Recently, I wanted to find similar books to my current reading. Before ChatGPT, I was using Goodreads to find similar books. This is how I looked for similar books, using the Readers Also Enjoyed section. Now, with ChatGPT, I have taken a whole new approach to discovering similar books. In this video, I will show you how to build a custom GPT to find similar books. Also, I will explain why I choose this approach over traditional methods. Let's get started. You will need a ChatGPT Plus subscription to follow the instructions in this video and build the GPT. As usual, I am on default ChatGPT conversation on my ChatGPT Plus account. Click the Explore button on left menu to load the existing GPTs. Let me start the process of creating a new GPT. I am going to choose the Configure option, as it gives me control over my instructions. I am naming it as Similar Book Finder, with a prefix specific to my site. Let me also add a simple description about the functionality, and choose DALL-E for the profile image. Now, I can start adding instructions. Here are my main instructions. I am asking ChatGPT to follow the instructions after the user sends the name of the book. I am introducing a command called @fs, which stands for Find Similar. By providing an example of how it will be used, I hope to make it easier for ChatGPT to understand the request. Now, I'm going to add the process inside opening and closing tag called steps. This is not mandatory, but it's easier to read the instructions, and probably easier for ChatGPT to understand. In step 1, user gives the name of the book. I am asking to assume book A, so that I can refer it later. Let me enlarge the instructions window. Step 2 is browsing the web and finding books similar to the given book. I am asking to display it as a numbered list. Let's test these two steps first. I am going to remove DALL-E and code interpreter capabilities, as this GPT doesn't require them. Now, I'm going to publish it to anyone with the link. Only the people who get the link from me can access it. Okay. Now let me run the command on one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits. Let me wait for the response. The time taken to get the response vary, and likely to depend on OpenAI server usage. It took me 1 minute to get this result. Now, I'm getting similar book titles. But, it's listing books from each source separately. What I need is a single list, after considering multiple sources. So, now I am asking ChatGPT to make a single list. Also, I am asking it to give me the updated instructions to do that. Let's wait for the response. Now, it's giving me the updated version of my instructions to handle my request. Let me compare the instructions. One on the left is my initial instructions. One on the right is generated by ChatGPT. As you can see, it has added few instructions to make sure the list from multiple sources are converted into a single list. However, ChatGPT has not included the command. So, I can't replace my instructions with updated one. Let me edit the GPT to update the instructions. I am going to paste the instructions provided by ChatGPT and make the necessary changes. Let me add the example command here. Now, I can remove my previous instructions. Let me close this window and update the GPT again. Now, I'm going to use same command to find similar books to Atomic Habits. Let's see if I will get a single list based on updated instructions. Looks like the update has worked. Now, it's a single list without sources. But it's not stopping. Let me manually stop this by clicking the stop icon. I am going to edit the GPT to limit the results. I am updating the instructions, asking it to keep the list to 10 results. Let me update the GPT. Now, let me run the same request again. Now, the list only contains 10 books, as requested in my instructions. So far, we made 2 changes, to limit the results, and put all the books into a single list. Now, I can proceed to next step. Keep in mind that I haven't still checked the quality of the resulted books. I am going to use the configure option again. Let me expand the instructions window. Now, I am adding step 3. Here, I am asking ChatGPT to request the user's book choices from the given list. Then, I can move into step 4, where I am asking ChatGPT to find the characteristics of the selected books. Also, I am asking it to use 4.1 for further instructions. I am hoping that ChatGPT will understand it as a part of step 4. Now, I'm going to provide an example in 4.1. Let's assume user has selected 2 books. So, I am asking it to take these 2 books one at a time, and find common characteristics with the book I requested. Let me update the GPT again, before demonstrating how this works. I am using the same book again. I am going to switch to response, as the process is same. Here is the book list similar to Atomic Habits. I am going to choose, Start with Why, and the Power of Habit. Prompt is, I like numbers 6 and 7. There is no predefined format for now. You just have to say that selected certain numbers. ChatGPT will most likely understand it, and execute the process. Here, it's giving me some basic characteristics of the 2 books. But, I need more detailed analysis. So, I am asking for more detailed analysis of the characteristics. Here is the result. As you can see, we now have a list for each book. At first look, it seems more structured and detailed than the characteristics provided in previous response. Now, I want ChatGPT to rate these books, based on similarity in characteristics. So, I'm going to edit the instructions again. I am adding a new step called 4.2. Here, I am asking to rate the book combination, based on a scale from 1 to 100. 1 means very few common characteristics between the books, and 100 means very high similarity. Let me save the GPT again, and demonstrate how it works. This time, I am going to use the book Shoe Dog, one of my favorite memoirs. I am going directly to results. Usually, it takes between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Here is the similar book list for Shoe Dog. Looks like there are pretty good and similar ones. I am going to choose number 3, Random Walk Down Wall Street, and number 10, Super Pumped, The Battle for Uber. Let me give the numbers to ChatGPT, and wait for the response. Now, it gives me the characteristics of each book. In this case, it's only giving 2. But we can easily modify the instructions and ask for more. The important thing here is the rating. Shoe Dog plus Random Walk Down Wall Street gets a rating of 65, while the other combination gets 85. Which means, Super Pumped book is the most similar one to Shoe Dog. This is where this method provides flexibility compared to traditional methods. When using Goodreads, we have to stick with the suggested books. Here, we can find most suitable book based on rating. Also, it explains why the rating was given. Now, let me show you how to make it even more flexible. Challenges in entrepreneurship is one of the characteristics of Shoe Dog book. So now, I am asking to find similar books, only based on this characteristic. Here's a compiled list of books similar to Shoe Dog, each highlighting the various challenges encountered in entrepreneurship. So, we can search for similar books based on single or multiple characteristics, which is very hard with traditional methods. I am choosing numbers 6 and 10. Now, I have the analysis for common characteristics, and rating for similarity. Keep in mind that these ratings are not perfect, and will change every time. It should be only used to get an idea about the similarity, compared to other books. Now, I'm going to ask, why the second book has lower rating compared to the first. Now, it explains the reasons for the rating. So, we can keep asking these questions until we have enough information to choose the right book. Now, I will request 3 books similar to Shoe Dog, each with a potential rating over 80, for their in-depth coverage of entrepreneurial challenges. This type of targeted search is beyond the capabilities of conventional platforms, like Goodreads or Amazon's similar book recommendations. Now, the list has 3 books as we requested. Each of these books has a rating between 80 to 90. I can't say if the ratings are accurate. However, having read the first 2 books, I can confirm they are more similar to Shoe Dog than my previous selections. By asking detailed questions and narrowing down the options, we can find the perfect read. Before wrapping up this video, I have one more thing to share with you. Suppose you have a collection of books and wish to find out which one is similar to Shoe Dog. In my example, I have Grinding It Out and The Promise of a Pencil in my collection. Let me ask to rate these books based on same criteria. Here is the result. With a rating over 80, it seems like the books I have are quite similar to the book I read. As demonstrated, simply stating our needs is enough for ChatGPT to understand and fulfill our requests. There's no need for us to provide explicit instructions on how to do it. Now, I hope you can appreciate the power of custom GPT in helping you find the books you're looking for. Its flexibility allows for endless possibilities. If you have a ChatGPT Plus subscription, you can test this GPT. The link is in the description of the video. You can also modify these instructions to build your own GPT. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and like this video to see more AI-related videos.